Hi, everybody. This is your home, your happy place. My name's Debbie. Thanks for joining me today. This is the second in my Christmas decorating series for 2024. My first one, I will have linked below. It was about the amazing items I found at Michael's mostly, but Walmart too. And I started decorating in my family room, also to include my two gorgeous My Texas Home flocked Christmas trees. I'll have all that linked below as well. But today we are going to work on my first tablescape of the season. And you know I love a tablescape. This one came together very effortlessly. I was just unpacking and I'm like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. Nothing planned out. But as usual, things start to evolve. So we're going to do that. But to start with, I'm going to show you a few of the new items and tell you where you can get them if you're interested. The first item, it's a simple little wooden block that if you have the talent, I'm sure you could make. You know, I think this is kind of taking off of something a little old-fashioned vintage where people used to use clothespins to do a similar thing. You would take the clothespin, you could tie a ribbon or twine around it, and then the clips are the legs, and that little part that opens would hold your message, or if they're made for, you know, seating charts or seating arrangements. So anyway, this is Hobby Lobby. I don't remember how much they were. I bought quite a few because I love them. I love the simplicity. And for me, I think of these kind of things as lots of stuff. Number one, I'm not going to take this out, but I could. I could take that out and have just a whole bunch of little angels somewhere. I could put these on my guest bedside tables with a little message or even a photo of us celebrating a Christmas past together, a Bible verse. You know, you can fill these things with all kinds of ideas yourself. But anyway, these were adorable. And I imagine they're still online. I am going to check. And if they are available, I'll have them linked below. I know this is backwards, so I'll read it. Santa Claus is coming to town, along with Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen. So this is a hint. The song for this little space, at least, and maybe on into my kitchen this year, is going to be Santa Claus is coming to town. I love it. It's vintage looking. It feels like almost like a parchment paper. It's got a little texture to it. And I just love it. So Walmart, $14.88. It will be linked below. Also from Walmart, this is a frosted wreath, lightly frosted. With lots of berries and huge frosted pine cones, and then this really beautiful red velvet ribbon. And, you know, this was one of the wreaths. I didn't show it to you, but I had tried it in the room that I was doing in the previous video, and it just didn't work in there. It's very, it's not super thick, so it's a little wispy, even though it's spruce. And I really didn't like bringing that much red into that room. That's something I hadn't said to you, but it's mostly green. So as we move from that room into this room, the green and the red are coming together. And I am going to be popping this on my doors over there. 2 of them. Now don't laugh. I know I've even crowned myself the queen of runners, table runners. I don't know where they're at. I mean, we did a really good job of packing the fall stuff last year because when I got it out, it was just so easy. I don't have all the Christmas out yet, and I don't think it was packed very well. in my opinion. What I think happened is probably we got sick or we were babysitting or something got in the way of me being very organized and I just wanted it put away. Or maybe my husband helped me. Anyway, runners. So I already had one for this table. Actually, I tried about 3. I always try several runners to decide which one's working with what I'm doing. But I was in Home Goods and this one, it's a thick velvet and I just love this design. It's very Christmassy to me. It reminds me of the design that you'd see on drums or you'd see it with the nutcrackers. And it's just super lush. And this color is a little deeper than the color of the one that I was using. So I may or may not swap it out. And it was $14.99. I finally made it to at home. And I'm going to be honest, I'm overwhelmed when I get there. I can remember people telling me when they used to compliment me at work, where'd you get that dress? It's so cute. And I'd say Marshall's. This is before they ever even opened a TJ Maxx. It was Marshall's first. And they're like, oh, I can never find anything in there. It's just too much. And I said, well, you just go one by one, pick out the ones you like and try them on. I didn't understand that, but I understand it now. I mean, I've never seen so much decor in one place as at home. They didn't have just one, like my at home had an archway of lit up garlands and trees lining both sides of it, all lit up. I mean, it felt like it was at a light show for Christmas anyway. And was that not enough? At another aisle on the other side, they did it again. So the first one, these were I've already flipped it up. These are $19.99, and this is overall a white, really nice quality. There you can see the finish. Table runner with some pretty green tassels, and then on both ends, better be both ends. Yeah, I'm sure it is, right? Yeah. On both ends, we have a lot of really pretty detail. This cording, this is very much like the pillows that I have in my family room, except we've got the red where there were pearls. And one of the things that I was drawn to was the fact that it had navy and it actually had pink. And you know, I'm probably not doing any pink this year, but I have a cascade of pink decor that I'll be bringing back. I'm thinking perhaps this will be on my dining room table this year because my dining room wallpaper is pink and green. So I wanted to show you that one. So this one was a contender, and I may try it out just for our fun. I think it's going to be too busy. But you know what I tell you guys, don't go with what you're thinking. If you've got the time, try something because you never know. You may put it together and go, wow, I would have never thought. Look what this does with this, et cetera, et cetera. So while I say maybe this is too busy for the tablescape I'm going to do, maybe it's not. So the detail in this one is got little beads sewn into it in green and then these red pom-poms. And this, again, it's a very high quality material. I'm very impressed. And the tassels aren't great, but honestly, you could cut those off and not use them, or you could go to Joann's or Hobby Lobby and buy some more satiny type tassels and stitch them on if you were inclined. All right, it's time for the fun stuff. I found this at home and I was like, I gotta have this because I got grandkids. So if you got little ones, you got grandchildren, you got nieces, nephews that are gonna be visiting, I'm trying not to make it talk. I think you might want to look into this. So adorable. I have not listened to all the things it says, but boy, does it say a lot. The sound does not come out of the earpiece, just so you know. And a little kid probably doesn't understand it because nobody uses these anyway, right? But let's just try one and see what you think.
You've reached the Sparkle Pop Bubble Shop. Make Christmas magical with our sparkly line of iridescent Christmas bubbles.
So I don't know how many little verses, and this does work. So a child can actually, I didn't even know it did that. I mean, you guys. So I got this at home. I believe it was $22.99. And it does take batteries that it came with them, so I'm not even going to worry about that. And I'm going to set this out so that my grandkids can have a blast all the time. They're going to be here for a week and staying with us over the Christmas to New Year's holiday. Last, this I saw on another YouTuber's channel, and I am so sorry that I don't know who it was. It's not somebody I'd ever seen before, and she hasn't come up in my feed since. I'm sure I pressed subscribe, but if you guys know how it goes, I don't know how many channels I'm subscribed to. Way, way, way more than I could ever possibly watch. If I pick up my phone, I think it says over 4,000 notifications of new videos I should be watching. So I do apologize. I'm going to try and start making notes when I see something that I just love on somebody else's channel, especially if I think I'm going to buy it, just to mention it, because you'll probably enjoy their channel too, and maybe you don't know them, but okay. I'm just, little disclaimer, I do not watch QVC for a big reason. I just think I'd be dialing up the phone all the time. Oh, let me have that. Let me have this. I mean, I'm the easiest sale there is, you guys. I really am. But I didn't care. Since I knew specifically what I was going to buy, I went on and ordered this, and I am so excited. It is plastic, and I've got letters to Santa, but this one was so special, again, for grandkids. So it comes with letterhead and envelopes. So, and they can scribble whatever they want on it. And then you have them put it in, just one letter at a time. Okay, going in. You got to put up your flag. Okay. When the music stops, you can put the flag down. You can have your little ones open it up. Whoops. Open it up. And the letter's gone. Oh my gosh. Isn't it the cutest thing? And yeah, you can retrieve your letters, but I just thought it was so sweet. And, you know, I just think there's so much fun that we can do when we're just enjoying this holiday. So I will see if I can link it below. I mean, it was on QVC, and it's letters to Santa. So how much was it? I don't remember exactly, but I think it was around $50. So it's a little investment, but this is one of those things that when your grandchildren are in their 30s or 40s, they'll be going, oh, my grandparents had this letter, this mailbox, and we would write our letters and put them in every year, and they went to the North Pole. So, okay. So are you going to see the phone and the mailbox in today's video? No, but it is going to be in this room. So I just thought I'd go ahead and add that. Let's decorate. One of the things that's a little different this year is I had already flipped this table's direction. And when I started wanting to put those two trees over there in, I usually have this bench over there, and I thought that's just not going to work. Plus, when everybody comes, we need that bench. But I decided to bring it in and then take two of my other chairs and set them on the end. And then we're already set for a minimum of 6. And with little kids, I could probably get a few more in. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm leaving the bench set up with the table. So that's kind of my foundation change for things that are usually here. A couple other foundation changes are I'm going to be adding tables. Like this was up in my bedroom as a nightstand. I'm pretty sure I'm going to bring both of them down and have them in both corners over here to use them for Christmas this year. This is the one that I was using. It is a velvet. It's got cardinals and holly berries, kind of, and poinsettias kind of sewn into it beautifully. It's just gorgeous. If I didn't say it already, it was a Home Goods or TJ Maxx one. And I could have sworn it was 72, but it's obviously not. There are so many cute placemats to be had. But this is my casual Christmas table. So I'm not going super fancy. I think there will be a couple things in the end that I will say are a little fragile and I may remove if the kids are here. But overall, this is going to be very kid friendly. So I am using some wooden, and I mean, you can use plastic, but I've had these and I'm not going to buy new ones. These were Pier 1 years ago. So one thing I'm seeing and loving is this paler green that I have in here is really being picked up with this paler green in here. And if you look closely at this, this is frosted. This looks just like the Christmas tree in the next room. So I'm really liking that. My secret to variety and not having a million dish sets are luncheon plates or dessert plates, whatever you want to call it. So, and then I keep complimentary dinner plates. And I don't need all the extra. I mean, if you buy a set, and I'm not saying you shouldn't, because Lord knows I bought quite a few sets this year anyway. You're going to get bowls and you're going to get cups. They're starting to omit the cups, actually. And you used to get saucers. So it's quite a lot. And most of us don't have storage for all of that, nor are we going to use it all. So it is kind of fun to just buy dinner plates and then in a solid color or a pattern that is not, in the center specific. But then again, if you're going to cover up the center, it won't matter. So, and then I have always spent my time hunting for the luncheon plate that I like. And so this one is old. Not sure where I got it even anymore. And I'm pretty sure I used this once before. My door is trying to open again. So you can try and guess what color plate is she going to put behind that? And I don't think you're going to guess. I often will take the smallest used color to bring that out. Plus, I believe whoever the artist is that makes it knows what they're doing, and those combinations of colors are made to really, complement. So, gold. And you're like, there's no gold in there. Oh, yeah. Now, when I put it up there, you're going to see there's quite a bit of gold in there. In the part that is supposed to be our attention grabber. So again, I don't know. These are Pier 1 import plates, but you can find these kind of plates. They're just your typical. They've got the little detail on the edge. I love them. So for me, what I said could happen when you try something different is happening, because while my gold is pushing out a little bit of the detail in here, this I really never paid much attention to, but it's almost like frosted green, and it is really, look at those two together. I mean, they're not the same pattern, but wow, it's a very beautiful complement. Okay, let's look at napkins. What do you think I'm gonna do? Am I gonna use a napkin ring? What color napkin would I use? Tell me in the comments before I get it out. Okay, so this red is a little brighter red than I had thought I wanted, but in the end, you'll see that I kind of think it goes along well with my centerpiece. So I've already got these folded because I've already done this. So I'm gonna set it over the plate. Yeah, I did that because I didn't go under, and I'm gonna get this underneath. I'm gonna use two hands, so I can't hold that camera, but I'm gonna tuck it underneath the plate, and then I'll be setting this back on top. And I'll go ahead and do that all the way around. All right, now we've started to pick up on that little bit of red. And when I said I really didn't love this color red that's in the napkin, because actually this is, I feel like, much more close to the red of this. This red is actually closer to this red. So just bringing them all together, you know, I have different greens and now I have different reds, and I'm thinking it looks pretty cute. So if you were with me last year, you may have seen me get this set. I've got several glasses of this size, and then I've got the highball glass that I believe they call it, and little dessert plates. And I picked these up at a secondhand store. And they're going to be having their Christmas open house November 1st, which is this Friday. And I'm hoping to get over there and at least flash some pictures. A lot of you enjoyed that last year when I took you through. They do such a great job decorating their trees. So I am excited to go there. And I know these don't show up a lot, but I really didn't have anything else. And I wasn't going to set any glasses out. And then I remembered I just took these out and I thought, oh, the colors are great and it'll be what I need. Again, keeping it casual, I'm going to use what I think I used in my last Tablescape in here for fall, are these beautiful wooden handled silver flatware pieces. So we're going to wind down the video with the centerpiece. And one of the most treasured pieces, I think, that I found last year at that thrift store, I wouldn't call it a thrift store, it's a secondhand store, was this cookie jar. I'm only holding the top of it because it's so heavy and fragile. But you may remember me showing it last year, and I need to look up the name again. I think it's Richard Radco, I believe. And I don't know, this is usually, this place where I go handles a lot of estate sales. So when someone passes and their family puts the estate into the hands of this store, you're getting collections presented to you. And there were so many of this particular artist's collections, and they're very expensive. Even secondhand, it was expensive. And so obviously I only got one, and I'm not somebody who loves a bunch of collections anyway. But when you find something that's super special, and I'm so glad that I decided, hey, we're going to do Santa Claus is Coming to Town and make him a centerpiece in my casual table. So let's get his base started. Before I set him down, let me show you the rest. And he's missing a couple pieces, and he has one loose piece that needs a wire. So I'm not holding that right now, but wow. I mean, this is gorgeous. So I had these on these chairs last Christmas. They were from Hobby Lobby, and this one's actually missing a piece, which I'm sure I'll find and be able to stick back in. But I have a lot of them when I find them all. But I had started out with this. This was new this year. I knew for fall. I'll have to look at where I said I got it from because I don't remember. It may have been Kirkland's, but wherever it is, I will do my best to find the link for it and put it below for you. But I had that on the table, and then I just, what do you say? We play. So I decided to do that to it, and because I didn't want to add anything inside. I just kind of wanted to leave it as is. So let me put these down and set this inside. So lastly, I'm going to pop my angels out, and then we'll do the reveal. Thank you for joining me today. If you liked it, would you please give me a like? And if you care to share, it's always appreciated. Instagram, X, Facebook, I don't know where all you can share, Rumble, wherever you want to share, you can most likely. And today I didn't show you this. I'll do a little close-up of it. This is my, well, that's not very close, is it? This is the first t-shirt or sweatshirt that I've gotten back from my new shop, Coral Crush Collections, and there's a link for it. Please don't go to the .com yet because it's not ready, but it's open, and I don't want, I don't think you can really buy anything yet because I just don't have it completely set up. But I do have a link to where you can buy these right now, and this is a very lightweight drop shoulder sweatshirt. I bought a size large because I like things really oversized, but this one is a little bigger than I wanted because I'd like it to kind of sit here and then hang out like that, but it's not. It's just opening up and going all the way down. But I'm going to try all the different sizes and see. I have some pillows. I have some candles and a couple of other things, but I have some wall decor. So it's just going to evolve slowly. When will I be posting next? I'm going to try the weekend. I don't know if it'll be Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to, again, just kind of look it over and see. I'm just going to try some different schedule options for myself right now and see what's going to work best. I'm thanking you for being patient with me, and I'll see you the next time. Make your home your happy place, you guys. Take care. God bless.